ago, it was not the end of a political movement. It was the beginning.
The New York primaries were held last night, and the Democratic Socialists on the ballot took home a clean sweep, and it was not even close, with all three Zoran Mamdani-backed candidates winning their races, including Claire Valdez taking home the W, Brad Lander beating out Dan Goldman, the AIPAC-backed two-term corporate incumbent, and Darlializa Chevalier beating all the odds and defeating Adriano Espaillat, the five-term corporate-backed incumbent Democrat. And these national wins are also just the cherry on top of a bunch of statewide House and Senate elections that were also won in New York last night. These races just show that the energy of the progressive movement is only growing, and it is starting in New York City.
And let's hear it for a politics that will never forget working people. For a politics that is ready to write a new chapter in our party's history. And for a politics that realizes the old politics that got us to this crisis is not the politics that's going to get us out of this crisis.
The old guard of institutional Democrats are done, right? These wins show how the new era of progressive politics is here, right? And these Democratic Socialist candidates are the future of the Democratic Party, and the institutional New York Democratic elite, including House Speaker Hakeem Jeffries, are not too fond of that.
There are 215 members of the House Democratic Caucus. A handful of primaries that go in one direction or the other in a given state or two aren't going to reshape who we are as House Democrats.
That sounds like a bit of cope there, buddy. Just being honest. And you know what? There should be. The establishment should be getting scared because the progressives are coming after their job and they are winning, right? And the energy of the people is behind them, not all of these corporate shills. I mean, just look at how this crowd booed Hakeem Jeffries when he appeared on their screen. And it's not like New York has been forever the center of progressive politicians. Like, yes, AOC is from there, and there are a lot of progressives within New York City. But on the other side of that coin, the city has also been the center for the institutional Democrats for many years. And as Van Jones points out here, it's collapsing.
This is the stronghold for the establishment, Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries. This is a battle between the establishment and this insurgency, and the roof is collapsing on the Democratic Party establishment tonight. If Mamdani gets a hat trick, 3 out of 3, this is a new era for the Democratic Party.
Well, Mamdani did indeed get a hat trick. It literally could not have been a better night. And this night will reshape leftist politics for years to come. Just look at the energy in these rooms in New York City when these winners were announced. Cheers, dancing, crowds, music, drinks, everything, right? Whereas on the other side, there was not the same kind of energy at Dan Goldman's watch party when Brad Lander was declared the winner minutes after the polls closed. Yeah, definitely not the party that was happening on the other side of town. And actually something pretty unique happened with this race with Brad Lander because it was actually called while he was live on air on CNN, so we got to see his reaction to him winning live.
Well, we do have breaking news, and we can now project that Brad Lander will defeat the incumbent Congressman Dan Goldman in the Democratic primary for New York's 10th congressional district. And sir, obviously since we have you here live on air as we are making this call, what is your first reaction to this?
Well, thank you. First of all, obviously, I'm thrilled. I did not expect to be on air when the race was called. Look, I love Election Day. I like that voters get to go out and cast their ballots and say, here's who we want to represent us. These are the fights that matter to us. And all I can say is I promise to go out every single day and fight for my constituents and the values that they have.
That's not something you see every day. A politician learning that they're now a U.S. House member live on air. It's pretty cool. And this was just one of the wins that happened last night, right? Like, these are all major wins. But the biggest win of the night was definitely Darlializa Chevalier, who defeated Adriano Espaillat, the 5-term incumbent Democrat who has taken millions upon millions of dollars from AIPAC, Wall Street, real estate, and large corporations at large, right? And Darlializa was outspent in this race. She was not expected to win. She was outgunned, but she had the energy. She had the people, and she has the message that actually resonates with New Yorkers and the country of America at large.
Every single one of us has a story about being let down by our government, about our representatives, soon to be our former representative, who wouldn't pick up the phone, doing nothing about the affordability crisis and looking the other way while the real estate corporations that funded his campaign raised our rents and priced us out of the community that we love. But that ends today.
Hassan Piker was also out at the watch parties, and when the hat trick came in and the victories had been won, he celebrated the victories while also pointing out how this is just the very beginning of a new, very powerful, very exciting movement.
The decade of socialism, it's coming to a neighborhood near you. When I said we were going to let 1,000 Zorons bloom, this is what I meant. Zoran represents a working class movement. He's a mayor for the working class. This is beyond. This is not just about one person or personal politics. It's about centering the working class in our politics. And Zoran is a champion of that. I never thought in a million years that we would be in a situation like this.
Change is coming, right? Change is happening, and it's starting in New York City. And the establishment is terrified. MAGA is pissed, and the entire government structure for years has been trying to silence the voices of those on the left, right? We saw it twice. The Democratic Party did it twice with Bernie Sanders. They pushed him away. They silenced his voices. They ruined his movement. And yet, here we are, right? The movement that Bernie Sanders created is here and more powerful than ever before. And last night was just confirmation that this movement is here to stay and that these beliefs are popular, right? And the country just has to get used to the fact that their neighbors and siblings and parents and cousins, children, co-workers, whatever it may be, they are Democratic Socialists, right? And people just have to get used to it, right? These candidates were outspent. These candidates were going up against institutional-backed incumbents with the entire Democratic apparatus at their support. And these candidates were still able to win against all of the odds because that is what New York and that is what America does, right? Beating the odds, finding that path to victory. And I hope that this victory will send a message to every institutional Democrat across the country that progressive politics is not only morally correct, but also politically viable. Fighting for people's rights, for their health care, for LGBTQ existence, for housing, for clean water, clean energy, and a better tomorrow is the future, and I cannot wait for it. So if you are also excited for this new era of the Democratic Party, be sure you join our fight here at US Democratic Socialists by subscribing, leaving a like on this video, and commenting down below because it really does help us out a lot. And I would also love to hear your thoughts and celebrations down in the comments. So be sure to do all that good stuff and have a great day. I'm Iago Lashua. Have a good day. Goodbye.